you ungodly warlock. Because of you, this hotel, this town, will be cursed forever.
That's what happens to your favorite artists when they drop in knowledge. When they drop in information, they'll get ridiculed. If not, they'll kill them or they'll start killing their family. So they build them up to bring them down. When you have certain information coming through, when you're making people dance, remember that. Remember that when you're making people dance, this is the musician, the muse, the artist. If we making them dance, they're moving. You're building the energy up. So with energy, certain people can't be around who like to dance. Us highly melanated people, we dance. When we dance, nothing wrong with dancing. That's building the energy up. And read you some mythology at the same time. You only becoming Shiva. And then with Shiva in Hindu mythology, he dances on the dance floor and in the bedroom with who? Kali. And she turns into Durga. So check out Kali. They're both cosmic beings, cosmic and melanin, so-called black people, so-called African Americans. That's why you think they shut down all the clubs when you can't really dance no more. Years ago they've been doing this before, but now you supposed to be dancing now with your wife and husband or girlfriend and boyfriend. Did you dance in the bedroom? You put the kids to sleep, or you ain't got no children, or you go you ain't got no children. You go get it on in the bedroom. Same thing, or wherever you at. You get it on. That's how you build the energy up and read you some mythology. But that's what they do. And when you have certain people dropping information and knowledge, that's what they do. They torment them. So you making that good music, even like Yin Yang Twins, the Whisper song. When people dancing, they making love to that or dancing on the dance floor. You say, oh, you think it's ignorant, but like when you getting people to move and dance, like James Brown had people moving and dancing with the Isley Brothers, Twist and Shout, all that. Giving people to dance. You don't have to do the same dance everybody else is doing. Now you make up your own dance. Like Jada Kidd say, I taught her how to do my dance, so knock yourself out. You know what I'm saying? His own dance. People don't I didn't even know he break dance. And so I see him doing it in the video. So he know how to break dance. And he's an MC. So that's hip hop. So whatever dance you do is your dance anyway. But you know what I'm saying? So it's different forms of hip hop, but that's what we are, the chaos beings. Chaos is hip hop. It came from having nothing. They took all the instruments out of those schools in the late 70s and mid 70s. We was already rapping and talking to each other. How we talk. That's our energy, our melody, how we come off. You know what I'm saying? So 420 just passed. That's the birthday of Adolf Hitler. Oops, did you know that? Oops a days. But anyway, people be celebrating Weed Day, but it's really Adolf Hitler's birthday. Our ancestors used Adolf Hitler for a certain purpose. But anyway, let's keep it going. But yeah, so the Muse gets tormented in front of us. See, MF Doom, 444 just passed. So how he had, if you go check out one of his last albums, Keys to the Cups, if you can. That's why I learned about Bobby Hemmett. I'm like, who is that guy speaking? And I just so happened to start hearing some excerpts of his video on YouTube, and all it just came together. And all the information I'm dropping started coming, information I'm putting out with videos on YouTube. It was pretty much of or pretty much of me watching lectures, I would say. Anyway, lectures. From the hours and hours of watching lectures and also buying those books and buying those movies and buying those CDs and listening to those different waveforms, watching the movies and reading about those deities and certain mythologies. So, but anyway, mythology would come through different artists, like the Muse we see here, like uh, Nipsey Hussle, Tupac Shakur, um, Marvin Gaye, Otis Redding, certain I hate just to say just men. Who else? Minnie Riperton. Um, who we got? Missy Elliott. I know she don't pertain to but Christianity, but we don't know. That's all we know is Christianity. That's what our old folks taught us. 608 just passed. That's Jimi Hendrix. That's the year Jimi Hendrix came out with Electric Ladyland. Ashe. Peace. That's the same year ODB, Russell Jones, ODB, decided to come to this third dimensional plane. So you're like, where's this guy going with all this? But anyway, but yeah, see, those two, I look down those times and those two deities, he was like a Buddha, the sleeping Buddha. He's saying ODB was saying Russell Jones saying I'm being watched by George Bush and them peoples. He knew about the 5%ers and how his ancestors was Native American and or the indigenous to this land over in out there in New York. They had Central Park in certain areas of New York. How we have people in all over our melanated people. They were dark skinned Indians or Native American or Aboriginal. You have so even Ab Soul look like the people in the Aborigines in Australia. I seen pictures of them. Ab Soul, the rapper, looks just like him. But anyway, man, Jimi Hendrix. He talk about an Indian boy in his songs. He had a picture of Shiva and those seven cobras, the seven chakras. I have a video about talking about how the seven chakras, and I was bringing up this movie. So, but yeah, the seven chakras are the seven snakes. It's just the chakras or planets inside you. Nothing, everything outside you is you. So we go into a new year. Everything is changing around you. It's always change, chaos. You got to make sense of it. So the Muse, Jimi Hendrix, ODB, Tupac Amaru Shakur, Prodigy. We got MF Doom just left us. Who else? Sean Price, Pimp C. Different people at different times. So I would just say like, hey, the Muse. Um, um, who else? Whitney Houston. Um, who else we got? Man, it's so many sometimes. What's her man? The girl that sang with Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. Yeah, she came back. Different way, a different format. We have a slight relationship, but I just say she came back in a different form. So let's just put it out there. She said, "Go ahead, just tell the folks." All right, I will. Tammy Terrell came back as Aaliyah. Surprise, surprise. Okay. I mean, look how the time. I'm gonna put you up on another one. You know what I'm saying? She said, just tell them. I'll probably make another video dealing with that particularly. She said, just go ahead and tell them. All right, Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye. So they sang together. That was his best duets with her, right? Okay. Not 369. She said, tell them, give them the info. Okay, I got you. All right, Tammy Terrell, what's his name? From Motown. The owner of Motown, man, what's his name? Let me pause. I don't want to save time. Okay, I didn't look it up. I just remembered. Okay, because I'm on my phone recording, so I gotta look it up. But anyway, all right. His name is Barry Gordy. Okay, Barry Gordy, right? Tammy Terrell, they was neglecting. She was not feeling well. She ended up passing out on stage. Marvin Gaye ran onto the stage and was trying to help save her. And he was the only one allowed from Motown. Oh, I ain't gonna say it. But he was the only one from Motown that was actually allowed to go to her funeral because her mother allowed it when she passed. Tammy Terrell, she passed right in Detroit, Motown, right? Aaliyah was born in Brooklyn, but moved to where? Detroit, Motown. She became Aaliyah in a different form. But remember, she had that song on One in a Million. She did that remake of Marvin Gaye's song. Ooh, I hear the police sirens. That means chaos. See? Something just tell me to tell y'all, okay? I'm just going to tell y'all. See, I was talking about the Muse. She died in a plane crash, right? Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash, right? So listen. All right. 11-9, 11-11 just passed. 11-9 is Lakshmi, or 6-11 is Alakshmi. 11-11, I will end it. Okay, so Aaliyah, she was Tammy Terrell, and that's why she did the song, the remake of Marvin Gaye's songs, almost like they did a duet together again. But she did two duets of the OJs, but she did Marvin Gaye duet on the same album of One in a Million. So she did the video where she was dancing with Marvin. It's almost like, and remember, her uncle is Barry Hankerson. Barry Gordy was Motown, and Blackground, mainly predominantly black label like Motown. Barry Hankerson, which is her uncle, which was whose the Midnight Train, Georgia. I got to know. I got to go. Gladys Knight and the Pips. Gladys Knight's from Georgia. So Barry Hankerson she was married to Barry Gordy, Aaliyah's uncle, right? Gladys Knight and the Pips, right? So that's her aunt, her godmother, right? Okay, okay. Like you all right? You understand where I'm coming from with this? We just in different time frames at different times. Just at different times, okay? We're just in time cycles, just keep changing, but the information becomes prevalent. So she told me to tell you that. So, but yeah, but anyway, back to what I was saying. So the Muse gets tormented. You build them up to bring them down. All right. The Muse. So we lost MF Doom. He gave information. Check out the album Keys to the Cuffs. All I'm gonna say. All right. Peace. My